Hey bookworms, welcome back to the channel and welcome if you're new. I'm Sam and in today's video I will be recommending the perfect summer read. When I think about summer, I always think about the beach, going on vacation, the water, nice weather, but also I think about storms because we always get storms when summer's here. So I'm going to be recommending not just romance, but thrillers and fantasies too. Before we jump into the video though, I am going to say please ignore this. I got sunburn from going to the beach yesterday, so definitely use your sun cream because this will happen. Although, saying that, I did use sun cream, I'm just allergic to like every single one. Anyway, let's just jump straight into it with the first book. I'm going to start off with romance and then make my way down to a different genre. First up is Float Plan by Tris Dollar. This is one of my favourite contemporary romance books ever. It's emotional, it's beautiful, it's slow burn, it's everything that I absolutely love. And most of the time the book is set on the sailboat in the middle of the ocean with these incredible views. And we also get to go aboard these tropical islands. So if you're looking for a book that gives you that sort of vibe, like sailing vibe, but also beautiful islands and scenery, and you enjoy slow burn, then this is definitely one for you. This book was a 5-star read for me and I definitely want to pick it up again this summer, but I just don't know if I'm going to get to it. So you guys definitely need to go and pick this book up because it's honestly beautiful. Then we have The Lucky Escape. In this book we follow a character who, I think she's jilted on her wedding day, I believe. There's one cancelled wedding and one unexpected honeymoon. So she decides to go on the honeymoon either way, but she takes her friend away with her. Like, she's just got back in contact with this person that she knew from years ago. She decides to invite him on her honeymoon, and honestly the holiday part of this book is just perfection in every single way. I kind of wish that the holiday part was even longer. I needed more of it. I really enjoyed this book, and this cover is just such a summery vibe. Next up is It Happened One Summer. The title Summer is literally the word summer is literally in the title. Now, I'm not a magic guys, I think I got a heat stroke. It's really warm. So, like I said, I'm not a magic like. I think I got a heat stroke. Tess Bailey fan, just because she does put like a lot of smut in her books, and I'm not for that. I'm more for the romance and it blossoming and watching the characters falling in love, you know? That's what I like. However, I did enjoy this book. The character in this, Piper, she's like a spoiled rich girl. She kind of reminds me of Alexis from Schitt's Creek, and I have heard people say that that's who she's inspired of. So in the story, she gets sent to this little fisher town after her stepfather decides to cut off her money. He wants her to learn to stand on her own 2 feet and learn how other people live. When she gets there though, she's literally expecting people to bend over backwards for her, and she meets the main guy, her love interest, and it's just so funny, dynamic between them, because he's this man who, you know, is about hard work and that's the sort of people he knows, but with her, she's used to everything being done for her. This was honestly a really fun read. I gave it a 4-star, and yeah, it's funny, it's steamy, so if you do like steam then it's in this, and it's, for me, I feel like this was definitely opposites attract. Then we have Every Summer After and Meet Me at the Lake. I have not read this one yet, but if you're going to read this one or you've read it, then I recommend reading this one. I think that this is going to be really good. The setting seems perfect for summer. In this book, we are following this character who's going back to this town that she used to go vacationing with her family, but she hadn't been back for a few years because she had like some history with this boy called, I believe his name was Sam. Something happened, not speaking anymore. However, his mother has died, so she decides to go back for the funeral. And throughout the book, we're getting 2 different timelines from when they were younger, leading up to what happened to them in the present day, dealing with what's happened, so on it. And it's just a perfect summer read because it is set at the lake, and you've got them like, you know, just swimming in the lake, chilling by it. It was perfect. It made me want to go on a holiday to a lakeside. If only, right? Next book was a bit of a surprise for me. Most people know Emily Henry and they love her books. She's probably the summer queen for writing books that are perfect during the summer season. This is her book Happy Place, and this is the second book I read by her. I read Beach Read, I really did like it, and this one I picked up. I got it really cheap and I actually really enjoyed it. I ended up giving it a 4-star. In this book, we're following 2 different timelines again, like the present day timeline. I mean, we're following this character who is going on her annual holiday with her friends at this beach cottage near the sea. When she gets there though, her ex-fiance is there. However, her friends have no idea that this is her ex now that they've broken up. And with some news being shared, the two decide that it'd be better if they just pretend they're still together, because they don't want to cause any problems on this holiday. They don't want to upset like any of their friends, and they don't want to ruin the big announcement that's just been made. In the past chapters, we get to see how they met and how they fell in love, and what went wrong and why they end up splitting up. For me, even though this book is a second chance romance, I feel like it was a lot more than that, about the friendship as well as like her relationship with this guy. And I just fell in love with the setting, and I fell in love with the story, and I loved her friends and the story about how, you know, when you grow up and you go and have your different lives, you can drift apart, but you don't need to do that. You just need to understand that you're different now. It doesn't mean you're not friends anymore. And I just love the message in this book. Next up is Beth O'Leary's The Road Trip. I love this book. I know a few people said they didn't love this one, but I did, and I really think you should pick this up. I put this one on the list because, first of all, road trips are absolutely perfect time to read when it's summer, but also because there is a part of this book that is set in summer. I think it's the past chapters when we learn how the two characters met and how they found love and how it all went wrong. But in this book, we're following this character who ends up having to share a car with her ex-boyfriend and her friends because they're all going to the same wedding. There's a lot of drama, but yeah, this is just honestly such a cute little read, and I think I read this during summer, which felt like that perfect time to pick this one up. So if you haven't picked up The Road Trip by Beth O'Leary, I think that you should definitely do it this summer because it's really, really good. Like, that book also gave me like summer vibes because of the road trip. I just think if I was going to go on a road trip, I definitely would do it during the summer. Next up, we have some fantasies, and the first one on this list is The Girl Who Fell Beneath the Sea. Do I need to say any more than this cover just screams summer at you? I mean, come on, it's like a world set underneath the ocean, like this whole world. It is absolutely creative, it's beautiful, and it makes you feel like you are there, and picturing it all is just amazing. I keep saying amazing, but it is. In this book, we're following this girl who sort of sacrifices herself to like the underwater gods or something, because I think her villagers do it every single year to like head off a storm or something. I read this a while ago, but I just remember that the underwater world was stunning, so I just think that, yeah, why not? Next up, if you haven't already read this book, then you need to pick up House in the Cerulean Sea. This is one of those cozy whimsical reads that just make you feel so happy reading this one. Set in the Cerulean Sea, and you just have the most amazing characters ever in this book. You can pick up any of his books and they're just perfect read whenever. Next book on this list I'm picking because it's set in the South Arabian desert. It's set in a desert, it's very hot, and that is Spice Road. This book is set in, I think it's South Arabian desert, I can't speak.
Basically, it's really warm.
They go on an adventure, it's got magic, it's got twists, it's got great adventure scenes. This is honestly such a perfect read, and yeah, I didn't expect to actually like this one as much as I did, but I ended up loving it. Now let's move on to the thrillers that I have. And the first two thrillers are by Lucy Clark, and that is The Castaways and One of the Girls. This one is literally set on the island. Need I say any more? We follow this plane crash of characters who crashed onto this island, and they are stuck here with no way of escaping, and they just have to survive and hope that someone comes and finds them. So this one, I believe that they've gone on to like what's it called, a bachelorette party, and there's a lot that happens. There's a lot of secrets, a lot of twists that happen. This book turns very deadly, but we're set in this like villa near the ocean, so that's why I'm recommending these two thrillers. If you wanted something a little bit darker, then definitely pick up Lucy Clark's two books. I mean, I feel like you could pick up any of her books, but these two are the ones that really scream summer. And the final book is The House Across the Lake by Riley Sager. This book's set near a lakeside, and we're on this character she lives sort of opposite, like this, across from the other house across the lake, and she keeps using these binoculars to sort of like spy on them, and then she's seeing a lot of stuff happening, and then the woman disappears and she believes that the husband is responsible. But it's really hard to know if you can trust the character because she is an alcoholic. She even questions herself at times, but it's set at the lake, so lake, summer, why not? And Riley Sager is just great at writing thrillers. This is such a good read. I know there's a few people who didn't like the ending. It's definitely like 50-50, I'd say. Some people hated it, some people loved it. I loved it. I loved the ending, and I would love to know what you guys think of the ending if you ever picked this up. So that's my summer recommendations. If you're looking for some summery reads, then I hope that this was helpful. If you want to see my summer TBR of the books that I plan to read, which means you guys could actually get some extra recommendations possibly, then I'm gonna maybe upload another video if I can, amongst all my other videos that I'm trying to upload. But if not, I'll probably post it on my Bookstagram. So make sure you're following me on my Bookstagram so you don't miss out on that post. And don't forget to check my community page, because I'm always giving updates and doing polls for you guys to vote on. And if you haven't already, I've put up a poll up for this week coming video for you to vote on what 2 videos you want to see. So make sure you go there and vote. If you did enjoy this video though, please remember to hit that like button, subscribe, and until next time, bye.